SLR1 parser is similar to LR0 parser, guys. No need to do anything extra in it. SLR1 parser is similar to LR0 parser. The parsing technique is similar age of LR0 parser, which we have discussed yesterday and today itself. But in the SLR1 parser, only reduce entries which we are mentioning in the action table, in the action part of parsing table, will get modified, and other all entries will remain itself. How it is taken place, I will tell you one by one. The reduced productions are written only in the follow of the variable whose production is reduced. The reduced productions are written only in the follow of variable whose productions is reduced. What do this statement means? Let us focus on this question. Our question is verify whether the given grammar is SLR1 or not. We need to verify this grammar is SLR1 or not. So guys, I am explaining this. This is an example. I am explaining it. Once you got this question, you will solve the gate questions, right, from next one onward. So fully focus on the screen. Do not need to write anything. Just completely focus on the screen, right? Do not need to write anything. Once you will grasp the concepts, you can solve next question yourself, right? So just focus on the screen. Our grammar is S derives AB, A derives A, B derives B. It is the given grammar. It is the grammar which is given to us. What is our goal? Our goal is to verify that this grammar is SLR1 grammar or not. I am not discussing the definition of SLR1. SLR1 simply means simple LR. It is worthless to discuss, right? Because in GATE they don't ask theoretical question that what is the full form of SLR like that. They will only ask that verify the following grammar is SLR1 or not. Verify following grammar is LR0 or not. Verify following grammar is CLR or not. Verify following grammar is LLR or not. Or they will provide you some grammar and they will ask from you that this grammar is which grammar. This grammar is LLR, or this grammar is CLR or LR or SLR. What kind of grammar it is. So when we will discuss GATE question, you will yourself get clear that what real questions are asked from this kind of parsing techniques. Now just completely focus that how to decide, how to answer that whether following grammar is SLR1 or not. So the first step is remain same itself. First, add augmented grammar. Extra augmented grammar is added. Make them LR0 items. Make them LR0 items. I had make them LR0 items. This is my state not I not. This is my first state, that is I not of the DFA. This is the same process. So DFA will not change. DFA will remain as it is. DFA will remain as it is. It will not change. So I hope you can get it now. On S, what my entry would be like? S dash derives S dot. I can name it as I1. On A, I need to write it S derives A dot B. Okay, and as this dot is before a non-terminal, as B is a non-terminal and dot is before on the left hand side of non-terminal, so using closure function I need to write all the transition of B, that is B derives dot B. I hope you know this because we have discussed it in very detail yesterday and today. Now on small a, this I naught will shift to I3 and it will get reduced in I3, means A will reduce like that, small a. On small b, that is on terminal B, betterly you can say on terminal B, it will get reduced like B derives B dot. So this is my I4 state and this equation is reduced here. So I am naming it as a R1, that is first equation. I am naming it as a second equation. I am naming it as a third equation. So that whenever I will reduce this, I will put it as a R1. Whenever I will reduce this, I will put it as a R2. And whenever I will reduce it, I will put it as a R3. So you can get it that in which state, in which finite state I have reduced it. Now if you will observe here, it is completely reduce. No need to traverse again. But I2 will shift once more, I2 will shift one more step ahead, S will get shifted to I5, and now my first equation is get completely reduced because this dot is now moved on the right hand side part. This is reduced on capital B, but on small b it is getting shifted. Where it is getting shifted? This B terminal, this B terminal is getting shifted to I4. On small b I am shifting to I4. Now this is my DFA, this is my DFA, deterministic finite automata for SLR, for SLR1. So you can compare, as of now you can compare SLR1 with LR0. Nothing is changed, everything is same, everything is similar. How much states I do have in this one? I0, I1, I2, I3, I4 and I5. I have 6 states. Okay, so number of states will remain same. So make a point, important point, note, make a point guys. If you have a pen and paper with you, make a note. The note is the number of states will remain same in LR0 and SLR1 DFA. Number of DFA states, number of DFA states will remain same. Number of DFA states will remain same in both LR0 and SLR1. It is very important point. They may ask theoretical questions like this, like that, because it is a conceptual question, because we need to go till that to understand this statement. So you can make a note of it. Now what is our next target? Next target is to construct SLR1 parser. So I have jotted down DFA here, and on the basis of this DFA I will make a parsing table of SLR1 here. So now I am making SLR1 parsing table, SLR1 parsing table. Tomorrow we have constructed LR0 parsing table. Tomorrow we have constructed LR0 parsing table. So SLR1 parsing tables architecture is also same. Architecture doesn't have any modification. Means what architecture does means, this table on the left hand side will have action part, here it will have a go to part, and here I need to mention all the states of DFA. I need to mention states of DFA here. What are the states of DFA? I0, I1, I2, I3, I4 and I5. Okay, now in action table I need to mention all the terminals. How many terminals do I have? A and B. So A would be here, B would be here, and as you know, dollar will always be part of action table. And in go to table I need to mention terminals. S is a non-terminal. What are non-terminals? S is there, it is a non-terminal. A is there, it is a non-terminal, and capital B is there, which is a non-terminal. Okay guys, now I need to fill this. Now I need to fill this table. So I am changing the color of pen so that you can grasp it betterly. Still you can assume nothing is changed in the parsing table. The structure of LR0 parsing table is looking same. SLR1 parsing table is looking same as of LR0. Nothing is changed yet. Now I0 we need to answer. I0 on small a. I0 on small a, it moved to I3, means it is shifted to I3. So I0 on A, I need to write S3, means shifted to A, shifted to third state. I0 on B, I0 on B, I0 on B, I0 on B, it is shifted to 4, means I need to write S4 here. I0 on S, it is shifted to I1. So I0 on A, it is shifted to I1, that is I need to put 1 here. And I0, this state I0 on capital A shifted to I2, on A it is shifted to I2, so I will put 2 here. Nothing is changed yet, nothing is changed. Now as you know, I1 is my starting state and it is reducing itself. So you can say I1 will get accepted on dollar. So it will get accepted on dollar. Now I2, if you will see this I2 have one transition on capital B. On capital B, basically you can say it as a non-terminal B. On non-terminal B, it is shifting to I5. On non-terminal B, it is shifting to I5. So on non-terminal B, I2, I2, I2. On non-terminal B, it is shifting to I5. Means I need to mention 5 here. And I2 on small b, I2 on terminal B, I2 on terminal B, it is shifting to I4, it is shifting to I4, means S4 on small b. On small b, it is S4, and remaining all will left blank because it only have two transition on non-terminal B and terminal B. So remaining will left blank as it is. ये blank 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 blank. Okay guys, I hope it is clear to you. Now the very important phase is now. We need to answer, we have concluded I0, I1, I2. Now I need to answer I3. If you will see here, I3 is here and I3 is getting reducing. It is reducing. It is reducing here. Now again I am changing color of my pen so that you can compare the stats of table, right? I3 is reducing. I3, which equation is reducing? Equation number 2 is reducing. I3 is reducing equation 2. So guys, here is a somewhat modification. In LR0, what we had done, on the all part of action table entry, I mentioned R2, R2, R2. But here I do not need to do like that. Why I do not need to do the same which I have done in the LR0? Because SLR1 definition said that we only need to reduce the equation 2. This is equation to R2. I need to reduce this in I3. But where I need to reduce this? In the follow of A. I need to reduce it into the follow of A. What is follow of A? Calculate follow of this. What is follow of A? Answer it, guys. What is follow of A? Just comment me the answer. Very easy question. What is follow of A? Answer me. What is follow of A? Good. Follow of A will depend on the first of B. What is first of B? First of B is terminal B. So if I will replace it with the B, so follow of A would be B. So on only B, I will reduce 2. So R2 will only reduce here. Here it will be blank, 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 blank. No need to reduce it on the all part of action table. It is the difference which SLR1 parsing table have with LR0. It is the comparison. You can now easily understand. Now it is very easier for you to do the I4. Which equation is reducing, guys? Equation number 3 is reducing. That is R3 is reducing on I4. R3, this is reducing. Where it is reducing? On I4. We have done I3. Now need to do I4. On I4, I need to reduce R3. Where I should have to reduce R3? On the follow of B. What is follow of B? Follow of B is follow of S. What is follow of S? Follow of S is dollar. So I4 will reduce on dollar. That is R3 is reducing here, and all the remaining one will be left blank. Why I reduce it on the dollar? Because I4 is reducing this equation, that is B, and this terminal B is reducing. So I need to check the follow of left side of it. What is the follow of B? Follow of B is follow of S. Follow of S is dollar. So I reduce it in the dollar. The next one is I5. I had done I4. Now I need to check I5. I5 is reducing equation number 1. That is this one, R1. R1 will reduce where it will reduce? It will reduce on follow of S. It will reduce on follow of S. What is follow of S? Follow of S is dollar. So R1 will reduce on dollar. The remaining one will left blank. So you can observe that in LR0 we had filled this completely, this part with R2, 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 R3, 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 R1, 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 right? So it may create unnecessary shift reduce conflicts in LR0. but as of SLR1 you can say that there is only a necessary entries we have done in it, right? We didn't put any unnecessary entry, we only reduce the terminal on its right place. In on its right place we have reduced here. It is the difference, it is the only difference in SLR1 parsing table. So now in this table I am not getting any shift reduce conflict, I am not getting any shift reduce conflict, because each block is separate, and in each block either shift is there, either blank is there, either reduce is there, but no shift reduce conflict is there, as well as no reduce conflict is there. That is why I can conclude that it is a SLR1 parsing table. It is a SLR1 parsing table. I can now conclude on the basis of this parsing table. Now I can conclude it is a SLR1. So guys, is it clear to you? Just comment in the chat box. Is it clear to you that how to verify the following grammar is SLR1 or not? Just comment me. Good. Saksham has got the concept. Very good. Anjali, good. Sabrina, Soumya, Bunny, very good. Rana Nitish, clear. So Manjit, okay. So all candidates has got the concept of SLR1 now. If still any candidate is there who didn't get the concept, just tell me. I will try to solve once again. If any candidate have any kind of doubt in it, because now we are going to solve gate questions from SLR1. So are you ready to solve the gate questions from SLR1 parsing table? All candidates are ready to face the real-time example of SLR1. Okay. So this is okay. Before solving gate questions, I am sharing some theoretical important notes. You can take it as an important notes, because it is directly asked questions in various exams. So I am discussing it one by one. The first point is number of shift actions are remain same in LR0 and SLR1 table. I hope this is clear to you, because in LR0 parsing table as well as in SLR1 parsing table, we have compared it that shift action will not change, shift action will remain same, right? So it will not modify, it will remain same in both the table. Second point, number of go to table entries are same in both table. So number of go to table, this go to table, if you will draw LR0 parsing table, then also go to table entries will remain same, it will not be changed. So number of go to table entries are same in both tables. Okay guys, it is clear now. The third point is reduced actions may be different in both table. Important point na, reduce action may be different, because in SLR1 we have this block completely filled of reduce actions, but in LR0 we have this block completely filled of reduce, but in SLR1 we have only reduced the terminals on its right place, right? So it is the important point that reduce actions may be different in both tables. Next one, error actions may be different in both table. It depends, because suppose you are getting shift reduce conflict in LR0 table now, then completely I3 state of action table you will say that it completely have error, but here you will get error on the exact place, right? We will discuss it with the help of questions. The next one is number of states of both tables are same, very very important, because number of DFA states, basically you can make it some more clear that number of DFA states will be same in both the table, right? Number of states will not change. Number of states in LR0 will be equal to number of states in SLR1 parsing table, SLR1 DFA. Now next one is in SLR1 parsing table, reduced actions are placed based on follow of left hand side non-terminal, right? We have done here na, we have reduced this equation on the basis of follow of left hand side non-terminal, on the basis of left hand side non-terminal, on the basis of left hand side non-terminal we have reduced these equations. So this is the point that in SLR1 parsing table reduced actions are placed based on follow of left hand side non-terminal. Important point. And the last one is any grammar SLR1 parsing table contain either shift reduce conflict or reduce conflict, then that grammar is not SLR1. Means if your parsing table, suppose shift action is also here, suppose shift action is also here, or suppose two reduce actions are here, then you can say that shift reduce shift reduce conflict is here, or reduce conflict is here. In that case, you will say that our grammar is not SLR1 grammar. If you will not have any kind of conflicts like in that table, you will say that our grammar is SLR1 grammar. So guys, these are some of the important notes of SLR1 parsing table. I hope it is clear to you. You can take a screenshot, you can note that, right, according to your suitability. And now I am sharing the real-time example with you, right? This is the question you need to solve and you need to answer me. Verify whether the given grammar is SLR1 or not. I am giving you 5 minutes, guys. Very important question, you need to answer it. That whether the following grammar is SLR1 grammar or not. Answer me. I am giving you 5 minutes. The steps are very clear to you. First, make DFA. After, try parsing table. If parsing table doesn't have any reduce conflict or shift reduce conflict, you can conclude there that it is not SLR1 or it is SLR1, depending on the parsing table conditions. So solve this question number 11. I am giving you 5 minutes. All candidates, please solve. Sir, in exam, do we need to make the DF and parsing table to check out whether? Saksham, currently we are checking with the complete procedure. If I think that there is a need of any shortcut, I will tell you. As in LR0, I tell you yesterday na, that what shortcut we need to use to verify the following grammar is LR0 or not. So slide by slide, if there is a need of shortcut, I will tell you. If there is no need of shortcut, then I will not tell you, because we need to focus completely on the gate perspective, that what gate expects from us, right? So if there is a need of shortcuts, I will tell you. If there is no need, then I will not tell you, because we are focusing on gate CS. Our focus is completely on gate CS exam. So if I think that there is a need, I will tell you, don't worry. Just solve it. Requesting all the candidates to solve, because until and unless you will not solve, it will not gonna helpful for you. You need to do practice as much as possible, because practice is the key to ace the gate exam. As much as you will practice, you will get confidence. So practice as much as possible. या तो उठाओ, तो आप ही बात करो ना. काय बाबा? Okay, 2 candidates has answered. 2 candidates had answered. Okay, partially. Soumya, it is, sir, it is, it's SLR1 shift, since shift. Okay, shift reduce conflict. Okay, so you are getting shift reduce conflict. Okay. Okay, 4 candidates is solved. Bunny, Manjit, Rana, Oshali, and Soumya. Okay. So I am requesting other candidates as well to answer, because you need to solve it, guys. I will just try on yourself. If you are not able to answer, I will try to solve. I will solve. Don't worry. I will solve complete question. Don't worry. But at least try. I am requesting other candidates, please solve the answer and tell me that whether the grammar is SLR1 or not.
अच्छा अच्छा कौन सा? जोधावा। अच्छा 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 अच्छा। तो अच्छा अच्छा।
Saksham has answered that it is SLR1. Sabrina has answered that it is SLR1. But other five candidates has answered that it is not SLR1. Why it is so, guys? Two candidates has answered that it is not SLR1, but other candidate has answered that it is SLR1. Why it is so?
हाँ हाँ।
Okay, the guys which are answering that it is not SLR1 has put at the comment that it has shift reduce conflict. Okay, I think I need to solve it once again because many candidates has answered and half candidates are saying that it is SLR1 and half candidates are saying it is not SLR1. Okay guys, just focus. It's enough time. Now I am solving. Just focus because 50% candidate has answered yes and 50 candidate has answered 50% has answered no. So answer is unique. Either it is yes or no. It can't be both. Answer is either it is yes or either it is both. But it can't be both. Either it is yes or it is no. So I am solving it guys. Just focus here. I am adding augmented grammar. This is step 1. This is step 1. This is step 1. Okay, I am making DFA. I not on E. I am visiting on E. I am visiting E dash derives E dot and it is reduced on I1. It is reduced on I1. On capital T. On capital T. E derives T dash dot plus E. In capital T it have more transition, that is E derives T dot. On small I it is moving to T derives I dot, right? So it is my state 2 I2, it is state I. So from I2, from the state I2 I can conclude what I can conclude. It is not LR0. It is not LR0, but I can't conclude whether it is SLR1 or not, because it is LR0. It is itself clear. Why? Because it is shifted and reduced. It is clear. So it is clear that this grammar is not LR0. This grammar is not LR0, but it is not clear that whether it is SLR1 or not. For SLR1 we need to make parsing table, right? Because it may be possibility of one of the condition that shift and reduce may taken place at the different blocks, right? What I am talking about you will get clear by observing the parsing table of this grammar. So on addition operator I am going I am moving to T plus, right, E derives T addition operator plus D, right? This is on my next state, that is I can name it like I4. And on okay, this is reduced now, this is completely reduced. No need to proceed further, no need to proceed further now, right? No need to proceed further because T derives. And on next state, that is on E. Okay, now you will observe here that in this state there is a dot before non-terminal, there is a dot before non-terminal. So I need to include E derives dot T as well here. I need to include all these derivations here, and I also need to include E derives dot T plus E. I need to include these two equations here. Why? Because I am following closure function properties here, and what my closure function property say, if I have dot before any non-terminal, I need to include that all the transition of E here, E there, right? Now you will say that on T I am reversing it back. On T I am again going to I2. On T, capital T, on non-terminal T, on non-terminal T, on non-terminal T, I am reversing it back to the T, right? On T, I am reversing it back to the T, and on E, I am reducing equation E derives T plus E dot in my I4, in my I5 state. In my I5 state, I am reducing this equation, right? I am reducing this equation. Okay. In I5, I have reduced this. Guys, okay. Saksham, what you are saying that T dot I no, we need not include this transition T derives dot I here. Why? Because I need to add closure function only on the basis of the next state. In the next state, I only have dot before E, so I only need to add the transitions of E. I do not need to add transition of T. Why? Because these equations are came from this, so I do not need to add further addition of T. Right, Saksham? Is it clear to you? T derives I need not to add here. Why I need not to add here? Because these two equations are came from here. And closure property rule is that we only need to include the equation in which we have dot before non-terminal. So we have dot before only E. So I only need to add these two equation here. I do not need to add. Right? Is it clear to you, Shiksham? It is because we are following closure property of this set. That is why. Now I am having 6 states in my this DFA, and if I am going to my parsing table, if I am designing parsing table, then it is my action state, it is my go to state. In action I am having I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5. How many terminals, non-terminals, terminals I have? I have I, addition operator, and dollar. How many non-terminals I have? E and T. Okay, this is my parsing table. This is my parsing table. Now guys, focus on the table that I not on I not on I not on I shifting to I3. So I will do S3 here. I not on capital E, I1, 1 would be there. I not on T, I2, that is 2 would be here. And I not only having three transition, so it will be leaving blank, right? I am leaving it blank. Now I1 is initial state accepting, so I will accept it on the dollar, and other is remaining blank. Now what you are saying? Okay, about this, these two equations are reduced in this T. Bunny, this T is reduced completely in I2, so don't worry about that, right? Now I2 is shifted. I2 first is shifted to 4, I4. It is shifted to I4 on plus operator. It is shifted to 4, I4, because on plus operator I have shifted it to the I4 equation. So I have mentioned S4 here, but I2 is reducing again. I2 is reducing. As I2 is reducing, so I2 is reducing, but I2 is reducing E derives T dash, means suppose it is R1, R2, R3. So which equation I am reducing? I am reducing E derives T dash. What is follow of E? Follow of E is dollar. Follow of E is dollar. So I need to reduce. I need to reduce R1. I need to reduce E derives T dash, that is R2 on dollar. So R2 will be reduced here. Okay, and I2 have two equation now. One is reducing T and one is moving to plus. It is clear. Remaining just 2 seconds. Two transition now. Okay, so remaining will be left blank. Now I3 that is T derives I dash. It is the equation, that is R3. It is reducing in I3. And what is follow of T? Follow of T is plus. Follow of T is plus. So follow of T is plus. So I need to reduce R3 on plus. So I3 will reduce R3 equation on plus, because follow of T is plus. Follow of T is plus. So I will reduce R3 here. and other equations, other blocks will remain blank. The next one is I4, this I4. On capital E it is shifting to 5, on capital E it is shifting to 5, and on capital T it is shifting to 2, on capital T it is shifting to 2, and I4, one more is there. Okay, I4 is on capital T it is shifting to 2, and on capital E it is shifting to 5, so it is okay. Now I4, now I5 is there guys, I5 is there, and I5 is reducing here, which what it reducing guys, what it reducing, it reducing equation number 1, that is R1. R1 will reduce on E, R1 will reduce on follow of E. What is follow of E? Follow of E is dollar, so R1 will reduce on dollar, so R1 is reducing here. Okay, follow of T is plus. Okay, Sabrina has answered that follow of T is plus, as well as follow of T is follow of E. What is follow of E? Okay, I am writing follow of E is dollar, follow of E is dollar, and follow of E is dollar. And what is follow of T? Follow of T is plus, follow of T is plus, follow of T is plus, and follow of T is follow of E, that is dollar as well. So T, what I have reduced? Follow of T, right? What I have reduced, T derives I, that is I3. Okay, I dash means R3. R3 will reduce, R3 will reduce on dollar as well. R3 will reduce here as well. Is it clear, Sabrina? R3 will reduce on dollar itself. Is it clear, Sabrina? Sabrina, is this clear? And I5, that is equation 1, it is reducing on dollar. I have reduced R1 here, and other will remain blank, because I4, in I4 I didn't have any reduce, I only have two shift operations, so I have shifted. So this is my table, this is my table. In this table, I am getting any SR conflict? I am not getting any SR conflict. Do I am getting any reduce conflict? I am not getting reduce conflict. So what I can conclude? I can conclude that this grammar is not LR0 grammar, but this grammar is SLR1 grammar. This grammar is SLR1 grammar. Why? Because in SLR1 parsing table I am not getting any conflict. So this is SLR1. Is it clear to you guys? Just comment. If you are finding any detail, any queries, doubt, just comment me. I will solve it once again. Is it clear to all the candidates that why it is SLR1? Good, very good guys, very good. Now next question, this one, very important. Soumya, no sir, I have problem in I4. What problem you are facing in I4, Soumya? In I4, what problem you are facing? Soumya, just comment. What problem you are facing in I4? Ashik, you have asked me how do you prove it is not LR0. So from DFA itself it is clear. From DFA itself it is clear it is not LR0, because here shift action is also taken place in I2 and reduce is also taken place in I2. So shift and reduce both action taken place in I2. That is why it is not LR0. It is not LR0 because both shift and reduce action is taken place on the same state. So it is not LR0. Is it okay, Ashik? Are you clear with it? Okay. Sabrina hasn't get the okay on. So Soumya, I4 entries are this. I2, I am writing I4 entries again here. I am writing I4 entries clearly once again here. E will derives on I4 on plus, we are going to T plus dot E. Now as this dot is on the left hand side of E. So I need to write these two equations again. E derives dot T plus E and E derives dot T. Now you can't say that I need to write this transition because these two transitions are the you come here with the closure property of these rules. So this is my entries in I4. Now on capital E I will traverse to I5, and on this transition, that is capital T, I will move to I2, means I will reverse back to I2 on capital T, that is on non-terminal T, and on non-terminal E I will go to I5. Is it clear, Soumya, now? Soumya, is it clear now that what are the entries in I4 and why it is so? Is it clear now? Just comment ASSP, just comment. Okay, okay, good. So the next question, guys, very very important. Verify whether the grammar is SLR1 or not. Very important question. It is ISRO's question, and just solve it. I am giving you typically 3 minutes to solve this question. Very very important question, and you can solve this question in less than 3 minutes. Just solve it and answer me that whether it is SLR1 or not. Do it early, do it fast. It is previous year ISRO's question. You need to verify the following grammar is SLR1 or not. Just draw the DFA, draw the parsing table, and conclude. If you got the answer, then please comment in the chat box so that I can understand that you have done it. If any candidate is finding problem while solving the question, I will do it, no problem. I will solve all your queries. But before that, you need to practice. So just solve it, apply your concepts, integrate your approach in that, and solve the question. So guys, answer me. It is SLR1 or not? Nikhil has answered me. Okay, I will check, Nikhil, that whether your answer is correct or not. Depending on, I am waiting for other candidates' answer as well. If all you guys are giving me the same answer, then I will verify it and no need to discussion. But if you are getting stuck, means some candidates will say that SLR1 and someone will say that no, it is not SLR1, means there is a need of discussion, right? So take your time, verify your answers once again, check the answers, do it carefully, don't be hurry. If it is taking 1 more minute, don't worry, take your time, but solve it carefully, because precision is also required. Don't do any silly mistake. because around 3 to 4 marks every candidate lose in GATE exam just because of silly mistakes. So take your time, no problem, because this is the score getting problem. Okay, now I am getting two answers. It is SLR1, another one is not, it is not SLR1. What kind of conflict it is getting, Soumya? If it is not SLR1, then what kind of conflict you are getting? Reduce, reduce or shift reduce? Soumya is getting reduce, reduce conflict. Okay, I will verify it, don't worry. Other candidates, please solve it. Okay, no problem, Soumya. No problem. We will check it out, don't worry. We will check it out completely. So guys, I am giving 1 more minute. After that, I will solve. Important question. You must have the knowledge of this. If you are able to solve this question, means SLR1 parsing is clear. If you are able to solve it, means SLR1 parsing is clear. If you are not able to solve it, means there is some confusions to you, right? So you must have the knowledge of SLR1 parsing. Okay, Saksham, I will verify it and will tell you tomorrow. Saksham, I will verify it and tell you tomorrow about it. Okay, don't worry, I will tell it. Okay, now I am doing this question, guys, because many candidates are stuck in the problem, not answering the problem, but some has answered. Someone is saying it is SLR1, and couple of answers are like it is not SLR1. So guys, only three answers I am getting. One is from Ashik, Soumya and Nikhil. Three answers I got from this question. Do other candidate is also solving, or I need to discuss? Should I start discussion of this solution? Response so that I can move on. Should I start the discussion? Okay, one more answer. It is SLR1. Okay, now let it verify. Now I am solving, guys. Just focus here. S dash derives S, S derives A, S derives B, A, C, S derives D, S derives B, D and and A is deriving D. Okay, this is my I0 state. This is my I0 state. From starting symbol, I am moving to here. It is my I1. I am making it LR0 items, making it LR0 items on capital A. On non-terminal A, I am moving to I2 by shifting A like that. It is I2. Okay. Now on B, I have B, A and C. As I am getting dot before a non-terminal, so I need to include all the transition of A. That is, I need to include A derives dot B here, and one more B transition is there. One transition of B is here and one of here. So I also need to include that S derives B dot D and then A, and I have two transitions of D, that is S derives D here and A derives D. Okay, now I need to move. This is suppose my I3 state, this is I4 state. Now if I will make one more step, then S will derive a dot. It is my I5 state and it is completely reduced. In that I need to move on with the right hand side by S deriving B A N dot C, and on A I go here, on small a I hit the transition. On D I need to make one more state. On small d I need to make one more transition, that is A derives D dot and S derives B D dot A. Okay, this is my I6 state, this is my I7th state, right? So I have taken two transition on capital A and on D. Okay, so I3 is completed, I4 is completely reduced, I5 is reduced, I6 will further move on one more state, that is S will derive B A C here, and it is my I8 transition, and from here it was on no, terminal C, it was on terminal C transition, and one more transition on terminal A, that is S derives B D A dot. It is my I9 state. So total number of states I am getting is from I0 to I9, means total 10 states I am getting, guys. Total 10 states I am getting. Okay, now I need to make parsing table of this SLR1. So guys, comment, are you also get the 10 states? Are you also got the 10 states? I am getting 10 states in my DFA, in my SLR1 DFA. Good. Now I am moving for parsing table. I am making parsing table for it. I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, I7, I8 and I9. These are my DFA states. These are my states of DFA. In action table entry, I need to take A, I need to take B, C, D. A, B, C, D, and dollar is always the part of action table. So it is my action part of the parsing table. And in go to table, I have capital S, that is non-terminal S, and A2 entries, S and A. Okay, now I need to answer. Now I need to answer. Now I need to answer that whether my following grammar is SLR1 or not. Okay, so I am answering it. I0 on small a, I0 on small a, nothing is there, nothing is there, so leave it blank. I0 on small b, I0 on small b, it is shifting, it is shifting. Where it is shifting? It is shifting to I3, S3 would be there. On small c, nothing is there, leave it blank. On small d, shifting to 4, on small d, shifting to 4, so S4. On dollar, leave it blank. On capital S, I1. On capital A, I2. So it is my I0 states entry in the parsing table. Now I am going to I1. I1 is reduced and it is starting state, so I am accepting it on dollar. I am accepting it and dollar. Okay, 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 sir. And all one will be left blank. And I2 is shifting small a on I5, I2 on small a, I5, I2 on small a, I5 means S5 would be there, and nothing extra is there na, so other is remaining blank. I3, I3 on capital A, I3 on capital A is I6. I3 on capital A is I6. So I3 on capital A 6, and I3 one more transition on small d, it is I7 on D. So shift 7. I need to shift 7 on small d. It is shift 7 and blank 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 blank. Now I4, I4 is reducing. It is reducing this S and A. So what is follow of S? Follow of S, I need to derive follow of S. What is follow of S? Follow of S is dollar. And what is follow of A? Follow of A is A. Follow of A is C. Follow of A is A and follow of A is C. Follow of A is A and follow of A is C. So what I am reducing? I am reducing equation number S derives D. S derives D. S derives D. I am reducing R3. Where I am reducing R3? Where I am reducing R3 on I4. I4. I4 is reducing R3 on follow of S. What is follow of S? Dollar. So on dollar, I will write R3. I will write R3, reduce 3 action on dollar, and I am reducing A derives D dot as well, means I am reducing R4, R5 I am reducing, but R5 I am reducing on follow of A. What is follow of A? A and C. So on A I am reducing R5 and on C I am reducing R5. Okay, and other will leave it blank, just leave it blank. Now I4 is completed. Now move on I5. I5 is reducing, which is the state S derives A. R1. It is R1. R1 will reduce on the follow of S. Follow of S, that is dollar. I5 R1 will reduce on dollar, and other will leave it blank. Now I6. I6, it is shifting on small c on I8. I6 on small c is shifting to I8. So S set would be there. And is there any more transition? No. So other will leave it blank. Other leave it blank. I7. Focus on I7 now. I7 on small a. I7 on small a. I7 on small a is shifting to I9. I7 on small a is shifting to 9. So S9 would be there on small a. But it is reducing. It is reducing D itself. It is reducing A derives D. It is reducing R5. It is reducing R5 on follow of A. What is follow of A and C? So here I am reducing R5 and C पे भी I am reducing R5. No need to go any further. I am getting shift reduce conflict. In I7 state. In the block of A, I am getting shift reduce conflict. Shift 9 and reduce 5. This is conflict I am getting. I can conclude it is not SLR1. It is not SLR1. It is not SLR1, guys. It is not SLR1. Is it clear to all the candidates why this grammar is not SLR1? Is it clear to all candidates that why it is not SLR1? Because I am getting shift reduce conflict here. So the candidates who have answered that it is SLR1, I think they are now clear that why it is not SLR1. Clear na? Very good, guys. Very good. So just a assignment question for you, and we will end the session. We will end today's session after denoting this assignment question. Just note this, and we will discuss CLR1 parsing and LALR1 parsing tomorrow with the GATE questions, ISRO's question, BARC question, and we will discuss all previous year GATE questions on these techniques, because these techniques will at least make you at least 3 to 4 marks in GATE exams after completion of LLR1. So just note that, just take a screenshot of that. And just last question I am asking, do anybody have any kind of doubts or queries in our today's discussion? Please ask. Please ask if any candidate have any kind of queries in today's session. I am ready to solve all kind of your queries, right? Done na, guys? Good.